Is this the year that you're going to change your life? Is this the year that you're going to make a decision, that you're going to do something different, that you're going to take control of your life, and that you're going to make life-changing decisions, and that everything is going to change for you? That you're going to change your circumstances into everything that you've always dreamed that was possible, everything that you've always known that was inside of you, all the potential that you've always thought that you've had, that you've been holding back, that you haven't released, that you just haven't measured up to. This is the year that you're going to make that change. This is the year that you're going to make a decision, and this is the year that it's going to happen for you. So check this out, you guys. This is the year that I've finally reached a point in my life where I could no longer accept not living up to the potential that I knew that I had inside of me. And I made a decision about 6-7 months ago now that I was going to make a change. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew exactly how I was going to do it. And I just needed a blueprint. I needed a step-by-step process that could take me by the hand and tell me, do this, do this, do this, not this. And I finally found that, you guys. I found a blueprint that literally takes you by the hand and shows you exactly how to make money online, how to create a legitimate business online, and takes so many headaches out of the equation. So check this out, you guys. I can show you the blueprint that I've been using to create massive success in my life this year. I can give you that, I can guide you to it, and you can start implementing these things in your life. What I want to share with you, though, is some things that are more on the personal development side. And I want you to understand that if you're not doing personal development, that even if you have all the answers to what it is that you're trying to succeed in, until you change in here inside, until you want it so bad, until you're just not willing to take no for an answer, and you're just not willing to stop pursuing your dream, and you're just going to do everything in your power, and you're just going to continue on that path, nothing is going to change for you. You're going to have to make some sacrifices, and what you're going to really need to understand that I didn't understand when I started this process is it was less about finding some magic formula and more about me as a person. And when you combine those together, that's when real change starts to happen. But you have to change yourself on the inside before you're going to get results outside of you. Because what you don't realize is there's two parts to everything. Your inside, what's happening inside of you is what's creating the results that are outside of you. And I didn't know that. If you pick up a copy of this book called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker here, this book is extremely powerful. This book was given to me about 15 years ago now, when I started my pursuit of being an entrepreneur. And I think when I picked up this book 6 months ago, I had read maybe like the first and second chapter of this book. And I remember liking it back, when I had originally got this, but I never read it all the way through, you guys. And now I've read it a couple times, and I've watched some of T. Harv Eker's videos on YouTube. Extremely powerful, life-changing stuff in this book, you guys. I'm not saying this is the only book that you need to read, but that book has literally changed my life. The principles and the concepts that they talk about in there. If you're not good at reading, there's tons of his material online that you can listen to, where they have audio and video that you can listen to, where he talks about a ton of the same stuff in his book. But what really got me, and what he talks about a lot, is his secret of the millionaire mind. Is basically there's a bunch of stuff in there, but the things that I grasped out of there that were the most important to me is, if you want to be rich, you do what rich people do. You model what they do. You pick up their habits, and you do similar things to what they're doing. And you learn to think like they think. You study them, and you just apply those concepts and things in your life. And what you're going to learn is that you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to die to your old self, your old habits. If you sit at home every night and you watch a bunch of TV and you're not getting the results that you want in your life, you're probably going to have to cut down on that or cut it out completely. If you're overweight and you want a better body, you're probably going to have to get off the couch and go to the gym. What it really comes down to, you guys, is a burning desire to really want change in your life and to not stop, to not give up, and to model people that have the things that you want. I want you to think with me here for a second, and I want you to imagine a tree. Let's just say it's an apple tree for this example. And I want you to imagine what you can see in reality. So what you walk up to and you see is the tree, and you see the fruit that it produces. You see the apples that are hanging from it. Now, I want you to think about what kind of apples you produce. Do you think that the way that you are in your life, do you think that you're producing great fruit, that it's what people want to eat, that it's desirable? Or is it wilted? Does it not look good? Is it all shriveled up? Is there even any leaves on your tree? So think about what kind of tree you would be and what kind of fruits that you're producing. And I want you to imagine here now what's happening below the surface of the tree, which you can't see, what's underground, the roots of the tree. The roots of the tree are what is producing the results that you see. Do you understand that? See, I never think about it like that before, but it kind of breaks it down in this book. And so if you want to change your reality, you have to change what's happening below the surface, what's happening internal to you. And you have to start modeling people that have what you want and applying their habits and characteristics to your life. And you have to keep at it. You can't just dabble around in it for a minute and say, this doesn't work for me. You have to change your life. You have to give sacrifice. You have to get rid of the old habits, and you have to keep doing the things that are going to create the results that you want. That formula has to stay the same, you guys. Let's just say, think of it like this. Say you have a formula that is basically your life, and it's produced the results that you have. And the only way to really change that is to apply somebody else's formula. Someone that has a winning formula to life, that has the results that you want. You apply that to your life and you keep doing that, and you're going to get the results that you want. It's probably going to take a little bit of time. And one of the tips that I want to share with you that's really simple to do that will give you life-changing results like this is you need to start feeding yourself daily with information that's similar to the person that you're modeling or the couple of people that you're modeling. And if you keep consuming that information daily, this is like something similar to changing your friends, right? If you can't change your friends, one of the ways that you can actually do this is by reading material by super successful people that have what you want, or watching their material online for an hour, 2 hours a day. This is a way to hang out with them, to pick their brain, to understand exactly what they're doing that created the success that they have. So you need to change what's influencing you in your life. If you're hanging out with people that are just bringing you down, if you're hanging out with people that really don't want the best for you, and I want you to look at their lifestyle, what they're doing, what they have, do they really have the things that you want in your life? If they don't, I'm not saying that they're bad people. I'm just saying that if you continue to hang out with them and you continue to let them influence you, you're not going to get the results that you want in your life. You have to level up, you guys. You have to start hanging out with people that are going to challenge you, that are going to show you exactly how to get to the next level that you want to be at. It's very internal. And I want to share with you some of the things that have really, some of the other things that have really impacted my life this year. So one of the other things that I wanted to discuss that has really had a substantial impact on my life and the insane change that's happening to me this year is I really committed to what I'm doing. And I think I've kind of already discussed that through this video, but I want you to understand that you need to take control of your life. You are at the driver's seat of your life, and you have to stop letting life happen to you, and you have to start impacting everybody else. You have to be the one that's making the decisions, the one that's going out there. Don't sit and wait for things to happen to you. Go out there and make it happen. I talked about this in a different video, and I had a mentor when I was around 20 years old that was filthy rich. He had made millions of dollars in the town that I live in. And he got into writing books and material, and he wanted to do a practice seminar on us. And we were sitting in this room, and he had placed a $20 bill up on the whiteboard. And some of the other people that I was sitting in there with, we all were kind of just wondering what was happening. And he asked us a question that was basically like, how are you going to get that $20 bill? How are you going to get it? What do you got to do to get that? And most of us, and me just being the polite person that I was, I just kind of sat there and I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what he wanted to hear. There was another individual in that class that literally leaped out of his chair, jumped over his desk, and grabbed that $20 bill off the whiteboard. And he got what he wanted. And that's similar. That's the same concept that you have to apply in your life. If you guys want something in your life, you have to go out and you have to pursue it, and you have to not take no for an answer, and you have to go get it. Don't wait for it to come to you. Had I just sat in my chair and waited for that $20 to come to me, I would have never gotten it. Or it would have taken a very long time until I finally realized, hey, I'm going to have to get out of my chair and I'm going to have to go get that $20 myself. I want you to think really quickly of somebody that's super successful or has what you want. And let's just take, for an example, somebody that most everybody probably knows. Let's take somebody that's a professional athlete, maybe someone that's a basketball player. I'm thinking Kobe Bryant right now. Pretty much a lot of people know who Kobe Bryant is that played for the Lakers. And he might not be the best example for this because a lot of people know he had an insane work ethic. But I want to actually kind of point that out. Kobe Bryant, I haven't done a ton of research on the guy, but I do know one thing about him. He had an insane work ethic, and he still does. And he worked non-stop at being the best in basketball. And he pretty much was the best in basketball. I mean, that's debatable with somebody, but he was the best for a certain time period in the NBA. And that's because he wanted it so bad. Success wasn't just something that fell in his lap. He went out there and you got it, you guys, and he worked night and day at what he was pursuing, at what he wanted, at accomplishing the results that he wanted in his life, in his NBA career. And I want you to understand that that's exactly what you need to be doing in your life if you want different results. I'm not saying that you have to be super famous and that you have to max out and create these insane results. But if you want to create change in your life, you have to have a work ethic like this. You have to really want what it is that you're after. And when that happens, you are going to get the change that you want. So last thing here, you guys, I don't want to drag this video on too long. I want to make sure that you stay focused and that you're really grasping everything that I'm talking about in this video, because this video can be life-changing for you. The stuff that I'm talking about in this video has been life-changing for me, and I know it will change your life too. I want to share with you something that I did when I got started with the program that I'm going to share with you actually at the end of this video that I got started doing, that my mentor actually told me to do, that has absolutely had a huge impact on my life. And what he had me do was create a manifestation for this year. And it was simple. He asked me basically to write up my dream for this year. And then he asked me to lay out the financial goals that I wanted to achieve this year. And then a couple foundations that I wanted to give to when I reached my financial goals, to give back. And then how I was going to reward myself for accomplishing the goals that I set. But I want to read to you my manifestation. And this is a little personal to me, but I think it's worth sharing because I read this every morning, you guys. If you want to change your life, I suggest that you do something like this that's similar to what I did. And it doesn't have to be super long, but it has to be what your dream is for this year. And don't be afraid to dream, you know? Don't be afraid to think that it's unrealistic, because those dreams that you set are what is going to motivate you. That's what's going to actually propel you towards the success that you're after. And they're accomplished. You can't accomplish these things, you guys. So I read this every morning. I put this on my mirror in the bathroom. And actually, I read it morning and night. So here it goes, you guys. This is my manifestation for 2019. My dream for this year. This year is going to be the year that my life transforms into everything I've always known I was capable of accomplishing. This year, I will become a successful affiliate marketer. I will find my niche within that space. I will focus all my knowledge, energy, and talent into producing amazing results that change my reality. This year, I will retire my wife from her 9-to-5 job and keep her home with our children. We will no longer drop off our daughter for strangers to raise her. We will be there to enjoy the best moments of her young life and instill in her the values that we think are appropriate for her success. This year, my wife will give birth to our new son or daughter. It will be a beautiful and amazing addition to our lives. Again, we will not be leaving our brand new baby with a stranger. My wife will be at home where she belongs, raising our 2 children. This year, we will grow in love and happiness. We will create a lifestyle where we will no longer worry about financial stress, but instead spend time enjoying each other's company and caring for one another. This year, the old me will die and I will be reborn. I will let go of the fears that have kept me from reaching my maximum potential in life. I will model successful leaders and adopt their processes, mindset, habits, and philosophies as my own. I read this every morning and night, you guys. And I tell you what, if you do something similar to that and you write something up that is your dream, your manifestation for this year, and you really strive every day to achieve that, things are going to happen for you and things are going to change and you're going to start to see the results that you want. It's just like anything that you do. Think about the person that goes to the gym and, you know, whatever they're trying to achieve, maybe they're just trying to achieve losing some weight, or maybe they just want to get really ripped and they want to be buff, right? Think about all the people that, at the end of the year for New Year's, they start going to the gym because they want to lose some weight, but they never really get the results because they never really wanted it in the first place. They never really wanted it. They didn't want it bad enough to continue to keep going, and they didn't model people that actually achieved the success that they wanted. So apply these concepts in your life. They're life-changing things that can really take you to the next level. So there you have it, you guys. If you're ready to actually implement change in your life, if you're ready to get started, if you're ready to stop accepting just the average, if you want a life of freedom where you can do the things that are super important to you, if you want to keep your wife at home, if you want to be at home, and you just want to do things that are really important to you, hobbies, whether it's hanging out with your kids, whether it's fishing, boating, does not matter. If you want to really change your life and you want passive income and you want to start an online business, I'm going to show you exactly where you get started. This is the same thing that has literally changed my life this year. This is where you can get started as well, and you can get started 100% for free, you guys. But nothing is 100% free. You may have to make a small investment to get started, but I guarantee you it is 100% worth it. I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. So here's where you get started, you guys. I want you to come over underneath my video here. This is my website, chadbennettlive.com. I've left my #1 recommendation for a full-time income online, chadbennettlive.com. You can click this, you can type it in your web browser, and what it does is it takes you to my web page, and it's going to ask for your name and it's going to ask for your email address. You want to make sure that you enter a legitimate email address because That is where I'm going to send your free video so that you can get started making money online. Also, you guys, if you have not already done so, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. It really helps to grow my channel and helps to get this information out to as many people as possible. I'm super passionate about this. I really do want to change people's lives. And if you have not already done so, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. There'll be a little red button over here in this area. Make sure that you hit that red button, subscribe. You can also hit this little click here video button on the side of my video and subscribe to my channel as well. Make sure that you hit the bell notification. That is super important. That way you are notified immediately when I come out with new content, and I am coming out with at least 3 videos a week where I am sharing very valuable content that can change your life. I don't want you making the same mistakes that I made. So make sure that you come back, watch more videos. I have a ton of other videos. Make sure that you check those out too. And also make sure that you comment down in the comment section, you guys. I will reply and I will provide the most valuable feedback that I possibly can to set you on your path and your journey to success. Thank you for listening to me today, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.